From the park that has the least rough roller coaster ever comes one of the best hyper coasters ever, Skyrush. You walk into the hollow thinking to yourself, wow, these hills actually aren't that bad, until you try to go to Great Bear. Wow, you think Hershey would try to not build a whole theme park on one of the hilliest terrains ever, but I guess you're wrong. They're just trying to make their guest as miserable as possible. As you walk into the hollow and you overhear the GP talking about what ride is what. I mean, Skyrush was literally built on top of Comet. They're basically the same ride in the GP's eyes. You walk past Comet because it has a 50-minute wait. Gaze your eyes upon Skyrush, the only good hyper coaster in the park. You see Skyrush's sign in a clock tower for some reason. You finally get into Skyrush's line and then you hear the infamous Skyrush pothole. Oh yeah, I guess you get some sick views of the lift hill, but who cares about that? You run immediately into the back row because no one is actually waiting that long for the front row. And you see how no one's there because all the GP prefer Candemonium. Blah. You'd think Hershey Park would try to not make worse versions of the ride they already have, but go figure. As you wait in line, you begin to get frustrated about how bad these operations are, and you start to think to yourself, oh come on, I could have rented this 2 times if it was at Cedar Point by now. Oh my god, finally, the gates are now opening. Come on, it's like Hershey Park's trying to make people not get on the ride. As you enter the train and you pull down your definitely not Skyrush lap bars, you get even more frustrated about how slow these operations are. Like really, come on Hershey Park, you need to do something about this. You get pulled up the lift surprisingly fast and use the hope that your lap bar is going to hold strong throughout the whole ride. Then, the pothole. You get ejected from the ride and then immediately thrown back into your seat as soon as you hit the pull-out turn. Wow, Intamin. You couldn't have waited when we got done with the drop to turn. Now we're just stuck with one of the best first drops in the world. You fly up into the ejector hill. That you actually don't leave your seat because your lap bar is already too far down. After that, you go into another turn and another amazing ejector hill. And a really good head chopper. I'm sure the GP will be saying, oh my god, I almost hit my head on that. You go into a bone-crushing helix, if you can call it that. Oh, look, a wave turn. You go into another, less forceful helix. Couldn't have Intamin thought of any better transition? Like a overbank. You proceed to fly into a speed hill, where everyone seems to lose their car keys, phones, and ramen cups. Then, you go into the break room, thus concluding your ride. Sky Turn. Ride now at Pronouns Park.